ever wondered what therapy is like or what your loved ones talk about when they are with their therapist? Well, now you can be a fly on the wall in a real therapy session, an Unnoticed Observer. During this episode, you'll hear a real group therapy session with a modern twist. Our group therapy sessions are done as a mock podcast where participants are encouraged to have open dialogue about their mental health and addiction challenges. As an observer of this episode, we hope that you will learn something helpful for those among us whose struggles often go unnoticed. All personally identifiable information has been removed for the privacy of the participants. Thank you for listening.
What was your name on the show?
Princey,
and you're back. And we're going to talk all about that. But first, let's discuss. But first, do you wear an undershirt? Our undershirts are the most premium cotton in the... Okay, sorry. Wouldn't it be funny if we had sponsors? Okay.
I'm going to be here forever.
So much to discuss, so little time. Let's jump right into it. You were gone. Now you're not gone anymore. You are back.
I am back.
What happened? Tell us everything.
Okay, so when I left, I had to go to the emergency room because, well, I fainted, and that's not cool. After that, from the emergency room, I went home for a night, and then I packed my bags and transferred to an eating disorder residential.
What'd you discover?
That food is not the enemy. That is just, food is food.
What's the enemy then?
My eating disorder.
Okay, go on.
And it's like, I don't know, just food is life. Food is food. Food is fuel. Food is good.
I feel like that's something they made you say every day. Food is food. Food is good. Food is life. Food is food.
No, they did make us do affirmations, but
food is good. Food is life. Food is fuel. Food is good.
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 You want some food? No!
No! Yeah, that actually some of the clients were really compliant and really chill. This one girl kept having like panic attacks over food though, and I felt really bad for her. She was 12. There was a 12-year-old there.
I'm trying to remember the mantra that we had to say when I was in eating disorder rehab.
Maxwell, are you good?
We had to say, I choose to allow myself to be nourished. I choose to love myself the way I am. I choose to enjoy life to the fullest. And I choose to enjoy this food.
Yeah, that's basically the message that they sent us. It was a really good residential. I was there for about a month.
Would you say it was a presidential residential?
Yes, it was a presidential residential. And I graduated there in a month, and I went on to do a partial hospitalization program, or PHP, which is a step down in treatment. And I was there for a week, and then I was holding back a lot of suicidality and self-harm that had basically just come back while being out of mental health residential. Because, like, they didn't specialize in mental health. And I was even scared to say what was, like, really on my mind, and I wasn't able to verbalize it.
What was it?
It was just a lot of pain and
From
a lot
what?
of... I don't know. It was just hating myself and just not wanting to be alive and not wanting to go through the hard things and just wanting to give up. And I just kind of felt hopeless, and I felt like nothing was ever going to get better and that it would be better for me if I were dead, thinking with depressed logic. And it was just awful. And I was holding a lot of that back. And then one day with my therapist, it all just came rushing out because somehow she wormed it out of me. And
what a worm.
What a worm. And they were about to hospitalize me, but my mom was convinced them to just send me back here. So here I am, instead of a dirty old hospital. I went to a hospital once. It was like a jail. It was complete and utter jail.
What are you thinking?
Jail.
I mean, nothing.
What do you think about what you just heard here today? Did it bring up any memories for you?
No.
Any of it relatable?
No.
Do you remember what was said?
No.
None of it?
Something about eating disorder.
What about
yeah, I struggle with bulimia nervosa, so it's fun. So that's what I meant by eating disorder.
But listen, I think you're doing great. I really do. I
Thank
think
you.
this is all part of it. When you're tackling an eating disorder, a lot of stuff comes up.
Yeah.
And you know why? Because you're getting into the core of your programming.
And without the eating disorder as a distraction and a coping skill, you're left to face your demons. Turns out that, boy howdy, do I have a lot.
But you know what? Everybody does.
Yeah, true. Very true.
That's what they are. They're demons. You know when people say face your demons, you ever imagine them as actual demons? Anybody?
Yeah, I do. A lot.
I think it's kind of helpful. You can visualize them, and then you know, oh, 1 demon down, 8 to go. You know, like
Yeah, definitely.
instead of like an abstract number of demons, you count them. You're like, okay, I got this demon, that demon. Then you realize one day, oh, that demon's not been around. He's not hanging around here anymore.
Yeah, I think I'll try that and
Yeah.
list them.
Yeah, name them, call them out, because they don't like that. When you
Yeah.
call them out, they don't like it.
Very true.
They're like, oh, we're just a bunch of anonymous demons. We're your demons. You're like, you're not my demons. You're a bunch of demons that are hanging out with me. I didn't invite you.
Yeah.
And I don't own you. They're not your demons. It's funny, like the demons are so crafty that they make us act like we own them. They're like, hey, we're your demons. And you're like, I never adopted demons. You're just a bunch of strangly, like, homeless ass demons that decided to hang out with me. And, like,
Yeah.
get
That's
out
a good
of
way
here.
to look at it. That's very wise. Yeah.
My demons.
Yeah.
I don't own any demon. I'm trying to take care of myself. I don't have.
I'm trying to take care of a dog. I don't have no
Ain't
demons.
nobody
I'm not
got
part
time
of
for
some
that.
demon.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't got no demon adoption agency.
Yeah, no, I don't want that.
Yeah, it's funny. The demons are so crafty.
Yeah.
But
And
they
those
are actual demons. I think so. I think I think there's a metaphysical level in which they exist on some plane, and
Yeah.
maybe spiritual or even if they're just psychological.
And all I see are demons.
But
It's a song that we both like.
But you know what's funny about these demons?
Yeah.
The truth always destroys them. Like they only can hang out in a lie. They can only hang out when you're based on a false, when you're living in a false notion, on some kind of preconceived notion that's not true.
Yeah.
And as soon as you uncover it, they're like, whoa, I just became homeless again. The demon is back out on the street. They're stragglers. They can only build a home for themselves in a lie.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it's kind of poignant what you said earlier when you were like, oh, like, all these, how did you phrase it? I had it a second ago. You said it when you were leaving, and you left residential, and you went to PHP. Not that they resurfaced, right? What was the word you used?
That,
You were hiding them.
yeah, kind of hiding them.
Yeah.
Because I was scared to say anything because I didn't want to go back to residential. I didn't want to go
Right.
back to a hospital. But on the note of a hospital, I was talking about like my suicidality and stuff, and he was like, if
Wait a
you...
minute. You're what?
Suicidality.
Why are you owning that?
Huh?
It's not your suicidality.
Well, we were talking about suicidality.
I'm serious, guys. This goes for everybody. Stop owning bad stuff. Like, I don't want to own anything that sucks. Like, I like nice stuff. Like, I like Bose headphones and, like, Apple products. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to own demons or suicidalities or eating disorders or, like, anything that sucks. And as long as you're calling it on some level, you're still holding it.
I'll use the.
Yeah.
I was talking about the suicidality.
Yeah. I remember what it was that you said. You said that you had nowhere to hide. Like when you
That like the coping skill and distraction of the eating disorder is gone.
right.
So all the demons just like they come out to play. They're like
They were hidden in the lie.
Yeah, they were hidden in the
of
lie.
the eating disorder. Once the lie got
brushed away.
yeah, what the heck is the word? Like demystified. Then they were all just there, and they're like, "Oh crap! You took away our house. We're just exposed now." And then you're like, "Ah, demons!" And then they're like, "Ah, you!" And then it's just chaos. They're like, "Human." They're like, "Demon, demon, demon."
I want to draw that now.
Because the house is gone. You took away the demon's house, and
Yeah.
then you're like, "Oh my
I
god!"
think I blew out my microphone.
All these demons are exposed. No, I still hear you.
I can't hear myself.
Maybe your headphones came out. No, you guys hear
No?
her, right?
No. Okay, yeah, I hear myself now.
So here's the thing. Let me explain what's going on. Let me break it down.
Break it down.
You go to this place, and you're all doing it. You're all in a rehab, and sometimes something gets a little bit exposed. You find out the truth behind the lie that the demon's been living in, and you blow their house down. And all of a sudden, this demon that was conveniently hiding and affecting you, but you never saw them before, you're face to face with the demon, right? They're like, "Ah!" And now you're like, "Oh my gosh, I'm getting worse." Because all these demons are exposed. Actually, you're getting better because all these demons are now homeless. So they're still hanging out, but it's not comfortable for them to hang out. So they're going to try and build a new house by building new lies in your head. And your job is to be like, "Nope, sorry." And then you just send them to a homeless shelter for demons.
Maxwell, what's up over
Get
there?
rid of them. Yeah, Maxwell, what's going on? You're super quiet. You're not holding your microphone. And you're scratching the table, which isn't even itchy, but I'm doing it too. It's a really scratchy table. I don't hear you. Here, why don't we switch microphones? Switch with me, and then... Hello?
Everyone's
I have a way with this one.
nice.
It just works for me. That maybe not.
Dead.
No.
There we go.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, this is really how you can visualize it. The demons are now homeless and exposed. Now, that doesn't mean that you have more demons than you had before. It's actually a step in the right direction. You now can see them. And your job is, they're going to be trying to build new lies in your head, undo the work you did in the eating disorder rehab, undo the work you do in rehab or in groups, by trying to reinforce. How does a lie become true in your brain? It's just reinforced over and over again. If anyone here has ever told themselves a classic lie, "I'm ugly, I'm ugly, I'm ugly," you only believe it after like 100 times, and then you start looking in the mirror and you're like, "Oh wow, I'm ugly." Now, if you've ever undone that lie because enough people told you that's not true, you're not ugly, and at first you're like, just like, "No, sorry, what you're saying doesn't match my reality. Goodbye." And then
Goodbye.
You know, and then another person says, "Actually, you're not ugly at all," and you're like, "Another freaking liar." Eventually, somebody's gonna say it, or you're gonna figure something out, and you're gonna be like, "Maybe I'm not ugly." Boom! You just started shattering that house, right? That demon lives in.
Demon in a shower cap.
So, as you demystify it, you take away their wizardry, you take away their spell, and all of a sudden you look in the mirror one day and you're like, "Oh wow, I'm not ugly." And another day you look and you're like, "Oh, I'm actually pretty good looking." Now what you're doing is every time you look in the mirror, you say, "I'm really good looking." You're building a new kind of house. It's a house built on positivity. It's a healthy house. That's like a house where a little angel, let's say,
That's what I was about to say.
You know?
Hey.
You know, that once you have a solid structure for an angel, right, instead of a demon, that angel is going to live there comfortably. That's why you see people who are like pretty good with themselves. And you're like, how come the world doesn't seem like it's about to shatter all around you right now? Why am I the one? Then you're like, "You're a loser. You're crazy. You don't get it." Like, man, like, dude, I'm just dark, man. Like, I'm just dark. Like, I just get it. You just don't get it. And they're like, "No, actually, I just destroyed all the demon homes in my head, and I only have angel homes here now."
Yeah, and they'll be
Sorry,
like, are you the one who needs residential?
So that's it. It's as simple as that, guys.
Nice.
You build a negative home for a demon with a lie. You destroy it with the truth. So the truth
I'm
is...
going to tell my mom that. She loves metaphors.
Yeah, and the truth that you told me you learned which is the truth, is that food is fuel. Food is nourishment.
Yeah, like I don't feel like I'm going to pass out every 5 seconds, which is awesome.
Right. Food is not the enemy. The lie that the demon lived in was food is the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
You took away their house. Now kick them out of your head. Like get them out. Just keep building that angel house. Remember, there's space for housing. Someone's going to build a house. It's either going to be a demon or an angel. Make sure that those angel, it's like you go into real estate development. Make sure that those angel condos go up and they go up fast. And the only way to do that is to reinforce positive things in your mind.
Let's just do a condo. Let's not even do a house for one angel. Let's just do
you want a lot of angels.
Apartment complexes.
Build a giant one. Remember, reinforce positive thoughts in your head. They'll feel like lies at first. Then they'll feel like maybe. I don't know.
Maybe food isn't the enemy. Just maybe.
Right? Like, there is that stage where you're like, I'm going to suspend disbelief, and I guess if all these professional people tell me this is true, I'll maybe believe it. And then eventually you're like, oh, no, they're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like,
I can eat a Luna bar without dying.
Like what was with me.
Tell me.
So I used to always think I was fat, and I would literally never exercise because I figured I was too embarrassed to exercise.
Mm-hmm.
And I just heard, I would always say, no, I'm fat, no, I'm fat, no, I'm fat. To everybody who said I was really getting, I was looking better. And I'd be like, no. But all of a sudden something clicked about when I got here. I was like, hey, what if I just exercise? And the second I started thinking, I'm going to be looking better, I started to look better, in my mind. And now I feel really good about myself, and I actually gained some muscle.
Awesome.
Really
And you do look good.
Nice.
You do look good. And you see what happened was you destroyed the lie. The lie was
Exactly.
that you were fat. A little demon lived in that stupid lie.
And I shoot him off to the demon hobo shelter.
You knocked him right out, and then you started building a house for an angel exactly in that spot where his house used to be. And it's important that you build it in the spot where their house used to be. It's really important that you build it where that other house used to be. So whatever the negative thought was, you have to build the opposite, the counter positive thought for that thing. Like if the negative thought is I'm fat, the positive thought cannot be I'm fast. Because you could still be fat and fast, right? Like you can be like I'm a fast fat guy. But it actually has to be I'm thin, right? Or I'm healthy.
I'm fit. I'm
fine. You know?
I'm a fast fat guy.
You know, you can as long as you leave that spot available, the demon will rebuild.
Yeah.
Like the spot is I'm fat or I'm not fat. If you build the I'm not fat house, they can't build the fat house there. It's already occupied real estate.
It's free real estate.
I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Today is a big real estate course, guys. I don't know if you knew that. Have you invested?
Yes, I have.
It's free real estate.
Why have depreciating assets when you can have appreciating assets? Come to my 3-day real estate course, and I will tell you how you can become a mogul, just like me. I used to live in a tiny little cul-de-sac. Now I own 8 cul-de-sacs of my own. And I own a motor car and a tiny boat.
Motor car.
And a tiny boat.
Yeah.
Motorsport, you're a dork. Anyway,
Motorsport, you're a dork. Yeet, yeet, yeet.
Put that thing in sport.
So I think you're doing good. I think let's keep this in perspective. You knocked down some houses. You've got some homeless demons. Now you're here to build some positive houses in their place.
Yeah, definitely.
So I like it.
And I don't want to go to long term.
Forget about long term. Let's think about just building those houses.
I know, but it's
Stay
scary
present.
that's like. Oh, I know. Okay,
Yeah.
stay present. I can do it. I can
Don't let these things become the focus because they're going to try and distract you from where you need to be. Like, don't make it all about where you don't want to be or where you do want to be. Just make it about the laser focus on the task at hand.
Yeah.
You know, it's so interesting is that, like, once you start dispelling these things, these lies, and finding some truths, it happened to me. I'm sure it'll happen to all of you. You start questioning everything. And you're like, wait a minute. I believe that. is that a lie? And like a lot of them are, and you're like, whoa, that was a lie. Wow, that was a sneaky demon. Like, how did you even like do that?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Like Santa Claus.
It's so crazy.
Santa Claus is a sneaky demon.
It's so nuts, you guys. Like, your whole worldview will change. Like, everything that you think sucks about the world is a lie. Like, wait till you.
No, I think terrorists is kind of sucky.
Lift up the mic because it's hard to hear you.
I think terrorists are kind of sucky.
Terrorists? I mean,
He means
What is with
other
you today
things,
with
not-
terrorism?
Like emotional things?
yeah, but even terrorists are awful. You can find a way to live with that reality and not, have it make your world dark. You know? I went to see Adam Sandler in concert last year, and he had the funniest joke. He's like, it's really, I'll try and do it like him. It's really hard, when you're trying to raise kids and tell them about things in the world, and then they find out stuff at school. And I was walking around my house, and I hear my daughter up in her room, and she's going, "The Nazis are coming! The Nazis!" Not the Nazis. She's like, Nazis, all these Nazis. I'm like, oh no, she found out about him. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I gotta deal with it. And I go up there, and she's like, Nazis, so many Nazis. Like, oh no, I gotta deal with this kid. I'm talk to the kid about all this stuff, and then the kid's like, Nazis, so many Nazis. And I walk in the room, and she had a hairbrush in her hand. She's like, so many Nazis in my hair. Phew, I dodged it for now.
I love your impression of it. It's so right on.
Oh god. Oh man, that's the best.
I'm never gonna forget that.
She's in her hair. So many Nazis.
So many Nazis.
Oh, look, got a lot of Nazis in her hair. Okay, I can deal with it.
Just brush the kid's hair. You'll be fine.
Can you guys do any impressions?
No.
What is it?
No, he thinks
He
that he's
always-
the first thing that first thing he said to me. Guess what it was?
What?
Can
Hi,
you do
Emma.
a Shaggy impression?
Okay, let's hear it.
I can't. I'm telling you, I can't do a Shaggy.
Shaggy from
Hi.
Scooby-Doo or Shaggy the singer?
Shaggy the Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, Scooby.
Do it.
Like, hey, Scoob.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Do it.
My voice will crack now.
I don't care if your voice will crack.
I don't even know how to do
Can
that.
you do Shaggy?
Like zoinks.
That's cute.
No, I can't.
I can't either.
I could do Scooby.
I can do Donald Duck.
That's it.
Do Donald.
Do you do any impressions?
He can do it pretty good with Vaughn.
Huh? Can you do any accents?
No.
Can you sing?
No.
I
Can you
sing.
rhyme?
No.
Can you rap?
No.
Can you say no?
Yes.
Ah.
Ooh.
You didn't
Oh.
fall for it.
Well, I mean, I can't sing, but I like to sing.
Yeah. Let's hear it.
What song?
What would you do if I sang out of tune?
I would disown you.
You know that song?
No.
Just sing.
You guys don't know that song?
The Hills Treatment Center is an exceptional drug rehabilitation facility in Los Angeles, dedicated to the most progressive addiction treatment and recovery modalities. The Hills offers a unique educational and therapeutic rehabilitation experience that aligns with the most highly regarded standards of drug addiction treatment. The team of professionals at The Hills provide an encompassing rehabilitation program devised to address both the physical and emotional health of the addicted person. Rehabilitation at The Hills Treatment Center is nothing ordinary. For example, it's not a revolving door clinic where one-size-fits-all treatment plans may or may not work. The Hills provides a myriad of specialized treatment programs that support the addicted person and their loved one from start to finish during rehabilitation. Moreover, treatment plans are made on an individual basis, and the experts at The Hills involve the addicted person throughout, knowing that they must have a stake in their own recovery and rehabilitation. We accept most major insurances, including United Healthcare, Cigna, and Aetna. For more information about the Hills Treatment Center, call 888-620-6877 today.
What can we talk about today? What else is going on in your lives? You had a musical interlude, as Maxwell requested.
That was so fun.
I've made so many new songs. I'm just going to share this for really fast.
Okay.
I've been making so many new songs, and I think this is another passion I'm starting to develop.
Awesome.
It's like music and making my own music. Because, I mean, like, I love the sound of other people's music, but, like, it's weird and narcissistic. But sometimes I get my own songs stuck in my head because I think they're so fun and interesting.
Good. I'm glad.
That's actually
Yeah,
not narcissistic. That's just really, that's good.
Yeah, that's
I just
like
like
being into your work, not
I
into
like
yourself.
writing my songs, and I enjoy singing them to people who like have no clue what they're about. Like the jellyfish song, which is kind of
Oh God, the
inappropriate.
jellyfish
And
song.
then a song about pizza.
What's the most positive song you've written to date?
I don't think I've ever written a positive song.
Me
Guess
either,
what
boy.
I'm going to
Screen.
ask you to do this week.
Okay, I could write a positive song.
Next week, I want to hear
Oh
the
no, I actually did do one, and that was today. It's let's just be
just a-
friends.
How does it go?
Oh, that's a breakup song, dude.
Yeah, it's a breakup
Nah,
song.
not positive.
It's
one
about
positive,
them
one
wanting
positive
still
song
to
by
be
the end.
friends.
And don't be like, okay, here's my positive song, and then it's like got negative stuff like last time, because now I'm giving you time to work it out.
Exactly.
So you don't be like, don't take it as a joke. I want you to come in with a
Everything is
truly positive song.
awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team.
Write your version
Everything
of
is awesome.
Everything is fun. Everything is fun.
Yeah.
that. Write your.
Oh wait,
write your
how about
Everything Is
since it
Awesome.
sounds so positive, how about just sing Bullet? And
How-
like that would be fun.
How are you doing, by the way? Think.
I'm doing okay.
My legs
Yeah?
are
What's
dangling
new?
off the edge.
I had a rough session yesterday.
About what?
I just got kind of angry, but
About.
I dealt with that.
What was it about?
Just about like I was getting pissed off because I was getting behind in school already.
Yeah.
And I just got really overwhelmed.
So you got angry?
Yeah.
Sorry for yawning. It's just been a long day. You
Yeah,
got angry
same.
from it?
But yeah, I just got like really. I guess I just got really irritated because like she kept insisting on me doing it during the school time,
Mhm.
and that takes away from what I need to do to
Okay.
be on track to graduate. So
Yeah, but you caught your anger. You're saying you caught it before it was too late, or it got to be too late.
it didn't really get to be. If it was too late, there would be holes in the wall. But
Right.
like I just know myself. I think I caught it before it was too late. Like,
Remember-
I just kind of like tried to breathe and just keep my cool.
Remember, whatever that anger demon is hiding out in some house in you.
Yeah.
Like, you got to find that house.
And I'm gonna break it
just
down.
Break it down. Stop scratching the table. It's not itchy.
Ah.
So
Oh, have I told you my DJ joke?
no, go ahead.
Sorry, I know this is so off topic, but what does the DJ name his son?
What?
What?
Eric.
Hey.
Eric. This
We
guy
both
sees this
like
house.
writing music.
This,
I'm just me less.
This guy's walking by this house, and in the front of the house, there's a sign on the fence, and it says, "Talking dog for sale." This guy goes, "Talking dog?" And rings the bell. He goes, "Come on, talking dog." The guy goes, "He's in the backyard. You can go and see for yourself." He's like, "All right." He goes in the backyard. He goes, "Hi." And the dog goes, "Oh, hey, what's up?" He goes, "What?" And the dog goes, "What?" He goes, "You can talk." He goes, the dog looks at him and he's like all sarcastic. He's like, "You can talk." He's like, "No, but I mean, you're a dog." He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I've just never seen a talking dog before." And the dog's like, "Well, you've seen one now. Okay, buddy, so we can move along." And he's like, "No, I mean, it's like, it's amazing. Like, who are you? And the dog's like, I don't even like talking about myself anymore because it's just like, it just sounds so egotistical, and I'm not like that. And the guy's like, no, please. Like, I've never met a talking dog. Please just indulge me. And the dog is like, all right, fine, whatever. Yeah, so I can talk. I was born able to talk. I've got, full verbal abilities. And the army found out about me. And, of course, I wound up working as a spy in Russia. And they would put me in these situations. And I would overhear things. And I would, report them to the U.S. government. And so I wound up doing that for years. And then I took, a pretty sweet office job with the CIA. Then I retired and haven't really been working in a while. I won a few medals of honor. No big deal. I mean, it is a big deal, but I don't like bragging about it. It's just, it is what it is. I have these medals of honor, and I won a Nobel Peace Prize for for saving America from a major disaster and helping to defuse a major international situation. And it's all just because I can talk. And people don't suspect that a dog can talk. So now I'm in retirement, pretty much just hanging out here in this backyard. The guy's like, oh my God. Just wait here a minute. And the guy goes in the house and he goes, your dog is amazing, sir. He goes, yeah. Well, you want to buy him or what? He goes, I mean, he's a national treasure. I don't honestly see what kind of person would sell a dog like this? And the guy goes, what did he tell you? He goes, he told me all about the work he did as a spy. He goes, yeah, that's why he's for sale. The dog's a freaking liar.
Oh!
He's been in the backyard his whole life.
Ooh.
That's why he's for sale. He's just a liar.
You want to hear another one?
Yeah.
This old lady has 3 rich sons, and she's old, and all the sons want to impress her. So the one son buys her this really expensive cruise, and the next son buys her this crazy expensive diamond, and the third son buys her this crazy expensive parrot that speaks every language in the world.
안녕하세요.
What?
안녕하세요.
Oh, yeah, it would know that. And then they come back a month later and they say, Mom, whose gift was the best? And she goes, She turns to the one who bought her the cruise. She goes, you bought me the cruise. I didn't like the cruise. I'm old, and the boat moved around so much the whole time I was seasick. The only thing I liked about the cruise was getting off the cruise when it was over. Like, I'm sorry, Ma, I tried. He goes, and you bought me this heavy diamond. I can't even wear it. My hands are frail, and it just weighs my hand down. And what the hell do I need with a diamond at my age? And she takes the diamond and she gives it back to him. She goes, take your diamond. I don't need this crap. Aww. And then she turns to the third son and she goes, but you, that chicken you gave me was delicious.
No! Chicken is hilarious. It's delicious.
That parrot. Oh.
One more.
One more, yeah.
All right. This one's a little more subtle, but I think you'll like it. This guy wants to know the meaning of life, and someone tells him you got to go to this guru in Thailand. And the guy goes to Thailand, and they say, you got to climb that mountain. And he climbs the mountain. He says, can I talk to the guru? And they go, no, you got to study how to meditate. And the guy studies for a month on how to meditate. And he says, can I talk to the guru? They said, not yet. You have to take a vow of silence for a year. The guy takes a vow of silence for a year. He says, can I talk to the guru now? They said, yes, now you can talk to the guru. And they take him through a doorway, through another doorway, through another doorway to a tiny room, where he sees this guy with his legs folded on the floor, and the guy seems to be in a total state of bliss. And he goes, approach, my son. And the guy walks up to the guru, and He says, "What is your question for the guru?" And the guy goes, "I've been waiting to ask you this for so long. I worked so hard to get to this point. Okay, I'm just gonna, Guru, please tell me, what is the meaning of life?" And the guru looks at him and he goes, "Life is a fountain." And the guy goes, "Life is a fountain?" And the guru goes, "What? Life is not a fountain? I don't know."
Oh no! That's me trying to give advice to people.
Life is not a fountain?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I
That's
just
me
came
trying to
out with
give-
that. It's everybody trying to give advice. We all just do our best, you know?
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. Life is not a fountain?
Life is not a fountain. That's the best. I love those jokes.
Did you like it?
No,
All right. Why not?
I just didn't.
What didn't you like about it?
It wasn't funny.
What part? Why wasn't it funny to you?
I don't know. It just was not funny.
Did you get it?
No,
Okay, so tell me what you understood.
nothing. I wasn't paying attention.
So then it could have been funny. You were not paying
All
attention.
right.
What do you remember from it?
Nothing.
I don't believe you.
Okay, don't.
You don't remember anything from what I just said?
No.
Not a word.
No.
Really?
Yes.
You want me to tell it to you again?
No.
Why not?
I don't want to hear it.
Do you like jokes in general?
Mm-mm.
Never?
No.
You don't like jokes?
No.
Have you ever laughed at a joke?
No.
Never?
No.
You're answering no too fast. I don't think
Okay.
you're waiting for the whole question.
No. Okay.
Really? You've never laughed at a
No.
joke in your life?
No.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Are you feeling all right?
Yes.
What's going on with you this week?
Nothing.
Did you talk about anything in groups?
No.
None of them?
No.
You guys can vouch for that? He hadn't said anything in any of the groups?
Mm-mm.
Correct.
Really? So, what do you think is the point of being here if you're not going to talk in any
I
of the
don't know.
groups?
My parents put me here, and now I'm here, but I'm just waiting to go home.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Why don't you make the best out of the time out of the time you're here, though?
I am.
I mean, it sounds like you're not like really fully taking advantage of these
All
groups.
right.
Don't say all right, because then you're being dismissive. Like, everybody else is saying that you're not really taking advantage of these groups, and you're telling me that your parents just put you here and you're waiting for it to be over so you can go home.
Correct.
But then how are you really seizing the moment?
I don't know. Just leave me be,
Why?
because I want you to.
Is that doing you the best service, though?
Yes, it is.
Can you convince me of that?
No, because it is, and you know it.
I don't know it.
Yeah, you do.
Look, I know that you want it, but I don't know if I'd be doing you the best service by doing that for you.
All right.
I'd care about you.
Okay.
I do. I don't know if you
And
believe
you don't
that.
realize you're annoying me?
I do realize it, but I would like to get to a point where I'm not
the best
annoying.
service for me, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, sometimes things that are good for you can seem annoying at first. But hopefully, like, you can get past that and then realize that they're good for you and
All
see
right.
past the annoyingness.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Okay, let me think about it.
All right.
Okay. If you're engaged in some unhealthy behavior, right? And you're sort of like hooked on it, like a drug, for instance. If somebody tells you not to do the drug anymore, it's going to come off as annoying at first. Does that mean the person shouldn't tell you not to do the drug if it could save your life? No, they've got to have your best interest at heart and look out for you and try and help you so that you don't harm yourself. Because you're not thinking clearly when you're under the influence of a drug. And so I see it sort of as the same thing here. I understand that I'm annoying you, and I understand that you don't like it, but the way I see it, you're on a drug. And your drug is avoidance.
Okay.
You're trying to avoid opening up. You're trying to avoid talking in groups. You're just trying to get through this whole thing
All
as
right.
easily as possible. So it's annoying when I call you on it, and it's annoying if I say, hey, you know, I want you to
Okay.
be more present. You know, I want
All
you to feel like, you know, like you're getting something more out of this
Okay.
than just a hangout.
All right.
Okay. Well,
Mhm.
is it all right? I
No.
mean, so then why isn't it all right?
Because you need to stop bothering me right now.
Do you understand my point, though?
No.
Can you tell me back what I said to you?
No.
Do you know that I'm coming from a good place?
No.
So what do you think? I'm coming from a bad place?
Yes.
Explain.
I just don't want to. Are you gonna force me to?
Force you to what?
Explain.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not. You could try your hardest.
This is my hardest.
Okay.
I just want you to know this. I wouldn't be pressing on like this if I didn't care. I really wouldn't. Like, the easiest thing for me would be to go back to telling jokes and just let you sit there and be like, whatever, I had a great time at work tonight, you know? And I feel like everyone had a great time. And I just totally ignored you because it's inconvenient for me and I don't want to upset you. That would be easy for me. But it wouldn't be me doing the best I could for you. So just think about that. You know?
Okay.
Do you think your parents care about you because they sent you here?
Yes, they do.
Are you resent them for sending you?
Can you stop talking to me, please? I'm not talking anymore. I'm done.
Can you just answer me that one question, please? Do you resent your parents for sending you here? I'm just waiting for the answer and then I'll leave you alone. Okay, fine, put up a wall. I know you're good at putting up walls, but it's not helping you any. I promise you I'm only asking you because I care about you. And if you just want to shut me out, I know you're good at that. So you can do that all you want. But it's not going to make me care any less. It's not going to make me want to stop trying. Because, like I said, I could ignore you. And you can ignore me. And my job will be fine. And nothing's going to happen negative as a result. It'll be easier. I don't have to put in this energy. I don't have to put in this effort to try to talk to you, to try to help you. I could just easily ignore you. But I wouldn't be doing right by you, and I wouldn't be doing right by myself. I'd be dishonest with what I come here to do. I come here to help. If you want to reject the help, which you obviously seem to want to do, go ahead and keep rejecting it. But I'll keep trying. All right?
I don't get it.
Do you see me as your enemy now? I'm sorry to the rest of you. I apologize for making it awkward on you all, but
We're good.
No,
We're
it's good.
just
We're
like
entertaining ourselves.
we are.
seriously, I just don't think I can just come here and not try my best.
I get where you're coming from.
I do
Totally.
too.
I think you're
Totally.
the only one who actually tries.
Exactly.
And I think that's great.
That's
The rest of the
amazing.
therapists basically just call me attention seeker. And like some of them, sometimes they're like, yeah, that's totally valid. Other times they're like, is that an attention seeking behavior? And I'm like, no. So like you actually try and like you actually call us on our bullshit without hurting our feelings.
And you actually are trying right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Putting up a wall, but you're still trying to get in through the door.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
that's
appreciate that
amazing.
about you.
Well, I'm not looking to be celebrated. I just really want to help. And I mean, you guys are all here together and you can all help each other too, you know? You know, one thing I'll tell you, and I'll leave it at this for tonight, and I really kind of want to include everybody in this because otherwise you guys are sort of left alone. But even if I ignore you and I give you your way, life will not ignore you. Life won't ignore you. And if I can help you to have the skills to better equip yourself for when you get out there in the world, I want to do that, you know? It would hurt me to know that I could have done something to help you and I didn't. I didn't give it my all, you know? And that's true for all of you, you know? And if there's ever anything you guys want to talk about with me, I'm here for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I kind of expect that from all of you for each other as well. Like, you all have a lot to give. You know, there's this big rabbi who died. He was called the Lubavitcher Rebbe. You'll see him like now, like every now and then when you're in a Jewish neighborhood, there's like a picture of this rabbi with a white beard and a black hat. And he started a movement within Judaism that sort of became its own thing. It's like, you know, worldwide. Like, a lot of Jews just like identify as a certain kind of Jew that follows this one rabbi. He's like the guru on the hill, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I listened to an audiobook about him once to like be inspired. And one thing I thought was really interesting was, like, they said he didn't create followers. Like, a lot of like you hear about like cult members, like cult leaders like create followers. It's like he never created any followers. He created leaders. Like, he empowered each and every person, and he said, don't be my follower, be your own leader. Start your own thing. Go out and be a leader. And like, I took that away from that book. It's like, I don't want followers. I want to create leaders. And I want to create leaders in all of you. And I think if you pass on that mentality, everyone becomes a leader. Because we don't need followers in this world. We need leaders.
Exactly.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
And
Awesome. That's like really deep.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't need followers, I need leaders.
Yeah.
That is.
So
Is group almost over?
I thought you weren't talking to me anymore.
Okay, I asked you a question.
But I asked you a question and you didn't answer
Okay,
it.
so you're not going to respond to me?
Are you going to respond to me?
No.
Do you resent your parents for sending you here? So I won't tell you if group is almost over. I'll play the same game. Why do you want it that way?
Excuse me.
Why do you want it
You're
that way?
excused.
I mean, like, I don't need to be opposed to you, and I don't want to be opposed to you. I want to be your friend. You understand that? And I'm not the only one. I guarantee you in your life, so many people have wanted to be your friend. And there's a wall. And one day you let that wall down and let people in. And whatever you're scared of is going to prove to not be true. I know there's an awesome guy in there, and I want to be friends with him. And that's it. I just want to empower you to bring that part of yourself out. You can look in my eyes, and you can see that I'm being honest. There's nothing but truth here. I know you have tremendous potential in you, and you're hiding away from it. I'll answer your question, even though you're not answering mine. Group is over in 1 minute. All right, guys. I guess I'll just wrap up by telling you guys, be there for each other. Talk to each other. Engage with each other. You know, don't look for the leaders. Be the leaders, you know?
I like that.
I do too.
And,
Maxwell, can you teach me some sign language later?
You
I know
all
that
you
means
all have stuff to teach each other. It's amazing. All right, everybody, have a great night. I'll see you
All right,
next
you
week.
too.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks for listening to Unnoticed Observer, your window into group therapy. If you enjoyed this episode and you'd like to help support the podcast, please leave a rating and review. For all the latest updates and info, follow us on Facebook at Unnoticed Observer Podcast. Thanks again, and we'll see you next week.